Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Just Think TV. I'm your host, Nico. Episode 1 topic for today on this video is going to be, in general, just church. The topic is going to be church. Now, in my personal life, I grew up in a church. I grew up in a Baptist church in a small town. Um, you know, as a so-called black man, a so-called black boy growing up, the church was, it was good. It was somewhere where we can go fellowship, have games, celebrate holidays and stuff like that. And in general, in a small town, it's good. It teaches you, about the Bible, Jesus, all the stories in the Bible and everything like that, from going to Sunday school, going to conventions, knowing how to work in a church, how the services is broke down, what they do. You have class and order within the church. In the organization, you want to do things with decent order. All those teachings, all those things. The congregation, from the people, the pastors, and that's are in the pulpits, your deaconesses, all that, all those things and organizations within that building and church. I know about all of it. I grew up in it. I was baptized when I was 7 years old. And in 2024, I was born in 2000. In 2024, y'all can do the math. So yeah, I understand church politics. I understand the business part of it. I understand tithes and offering. I understand all these things. And this is a channel to just make you think about your upbringing within a church. I'm not necessarily talking about spirituality. I'm just talking about the basic functions of the church and your perspective. I want you to think about your perspective and how it was, and how many on a consistent basis as you growing up was you in the church, and now today, as we're speaking or as you're watching this video, how far have you came? Are you still consistently going to church, or you kind of like falling out of that? And if you are, I'm just here to just make you think why have you now, going to church does not necessarily mean anything. You can go to church every single week, every Sunday. At the end of the day, God is, still gonna judge you when you pass away, and He gonna make the final decision. So what I'm saying is, going to church does not save you. So don't let that, don't become in a way to where you saying I gotta go to church every Sunday or consistently, I'm not putting in the work, and God gonna shame me, and he gonna send me to hell and all this. Don't go to extremists. This channel is not an extremist channel. I'm not an extremist. I'm just here simply to make you just think. Now, I'm talking about issues and thoughts on this channel that people have, and you can comment to agree or disagree. This is what this channel is for. But at the same time, I'm not going to argue with people in my comment sections about these topics I speak on. It's just simply here for you to think, because some thoughts people have, and I have, we might think the same, or you might think a completely different thought that I never heard, and vice versa. So this is what this channel topic is for. It's not for debate. It's not for arguing. It's just to make you think about what's in your personal life and what you have seen and experienced in life, consisting on the topic of church. Now, we have different religions and different dominations and all this other stuff around religions and and churches and all that stuff. But the main thing is, just ask yourself, why are you there in the church? Like, why are you there? And whatever answer that is, cool. I'm not shaming people that go to church. I want you to think about, why are you in church? And especially if you live in a big city where it's a mega church and there's pastors that are doing a lot of motivational speaking, and they're not really preaching against sin and and actually trying to help the community, and they're just there for the money. Those are the pastors. These mega pastors, you need to stay away from them. I don't even need to say the names of these people. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. And that's why you just need to think. So give thought on that. This channel, I'm making it for Gen Z because I'm a Gen Zer. I'm one of the oldest Gen Zers. Okay? So I'm living all the backlash and damage and collateral damage of the Gen X, the baby boomers, Gen X, and millennials. And some of these millennials and their parents, a lot of Gen X people have dropped the ball when it comes to the society and how church in general, I'm not talking about small town churches. I'm talking about these mega churches. Because these mega churches, they set the tone, especially here in America, of how things are done. And it ain't good, in my opinion. So I don't want to hear y'all in the comment section. This is my opinion. They dropped the ball. Let's just be real. They're not preaching against sin. They're not preaching coming out of the Bible. You never see them with a Bible in their hand. You never see them, preaching about the Bible. And that is not a good look. That is what sends these pastors, that is what sends people to hell. When it comes to church, you have to be serious. You have to be decent and order. You cannot be lukewarm when it comes to that. Which is why I practice getting up every day, being grateful, being humble, pray every day. You try to pray every day. You try to do right, and you just live right, and you try to be righteous. You get in that Bible, and you read, you study. And then you just naturally grow. You don't want to get big-headed. You always want to, worship God. You always want to, be humble. You always want to, if you want to work in a church, do your thing. But make sure that you following the Most High. Make sure that you studying on why you doing what you're doing within that church. And I will say that a lot of these churches, they're not of God. And you need to have discernment of the ones that are not with God. Most of these churches, they're not with God. They say they're with God. They want to give you prosperity, preaching, and motivational, emotional stuff, effeminizing the men, masculine, and making the women masculine. You have to watch out for that type of stuff because that's not of God. God didn't give us fear. God didn't make no woman to be masculine. He ain't make no man to be weak and emotional. Okay? If it's too much of that going on, you need to have discernment and leave, because it's not of God. Okay? At the end of the day, if you can't choose what church you want to go to, as far as being a Baptist, a Methodist, and all these other little denominations of Christianity in America and church, get you a Bible. I prefer a King James Bible. King James Bible with the Apocrypha. Get the cipher. And just stay in the Bible and pray at home, because you can't go wrong with that. Matter of fact, that might be the safest thing to do for Gen Z, because as this world is going on, it's getting worse. So think about, you know what I'm saying, the church. Think about the condition it's in. Think about how many marriages is in there, is families in there. Think about all these things. I just need you to think. Just think. Okay? Well, that's the video for today on Just Think TV. I'm your host, Nico. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.